Good morning, folks. This is Max Transition Log 2, getting ready. So, my morning routine. Oh, by the way, it has now been 1 month on testosterone. My voice has not changed almost at all. But, what are you gonna do? It'll take time. I stopped shaving my hair, so it's growing back a little. As you can see, nice and thick again. Big difference, my facial skin gets really greasy now. That's about it. I have some zits from being greasier, but that's about it. That's the main difference. Alright, so getting ready. I am now doing like a daily kind of drag look to be a little bit more masculine. I fill in my eyebrows a little bit more and my sideburns, and I think I might do a little bit of a soul patch today. So, I'm going to show you a quick little thing of what I do. So first, do a little lotion on the spots that get dry. Not that I need a lot, since I previously mentioned that the tea makes me extremely greasy. Speaking of tea, I wanted to tell you guys that I got on it, and from my last video, that I'm taking gel, and showed you on the first video that I take it and put it on my arms and chest. Not doing that anymore. First of all, now I have gloves, so I don't have to wash it off my hands. It's a pain in the ass. If you can find gloves during this crisis, not that it's not a crisis, whatever, but this is a great way to do it if you do the gel, because it stinks, and getting it on your hands is a pain, and getting it off your hands is a pain. So the little noises in the background are my cats. So this is what I take. That's 50 milligrams. And it's just a clear gel. Now, once again, you want to get rid of that right away. So you don't want to get it on anyone else or your pets or on anything else, because, again, it stinks and it can be harmful to animals or other people. I've been putting it on the back of my arms now because that's pretty much the spot that I use the least, and it gets covered up easily with my work shirt, which I'm going to be putting on right away because I work really early today. It's pretty much just like straight rubbing alcohol. It's so bad. I can't even express how disgusting that is. Sorry, this is my routine. Oh, and if you're curious, this has nothing to do with testosterone. I just let it grow. It's definitely a lot easier to not have to shave. Alright, so my face is hydrated, so nothing's gonna stick. So what I use to fill in my eyebrows, I don't have a preference, but I happen to be using a CoverGirl eyebrow pencil, Easy Breezy Brow, Draw and Fill. I don't even know what it was called when I picked it up. I just picked it up because it looked like something I could use to do eyebrows with. So, what I've been doing is filling in my eyebrows so they look a lot thicker, so they're a lot more masculine. So see how they're very femme. So I just start like this, give them a more defined look. Make them a little bit larger than they usually are. And then fill in the spots that don't have hair. And this color is slightly darker than my natural hair on my eyebrows, but as you can see, it like pretty much matches. Oh, that's thicker than I meant to do, but still, it looks fake, but it looks, you know. That's the thing. I like to say to people, it's, you know, if I meant for it to look 100% real, I would get it tattooed on. I wouldn't be doing it with makeup. I'd, you know, I'd have like hair implants done or something. If it were meant to look 100% real, I wouldn't bother with makeup. You know, it's obviously, I said like, hey, somebody said on one of my Instagram posts after I did this makeup the one day, you know, those eyebrows look really artificial. And I'm like, well, yeah, one of the tags under the picture is drag. Obviously, it's not meant to look 100% real. Like, so I'm going to take the same one. I'm going to fill in. Actually, before I do that, I'm going to take my liquid eyeliner, which happens to be L'Oreal Paris. I can't really see it from an angle. It's L'Oreal Paris Infallible Paints liquid eyeliner. I'm going to get where the edge of my sideburns are and do like a good little trace. And see if I can get a look going. So let's see how that comes out. I don't know if that's going to look good or if that's going to look really weird. We'll see. That's going to look weird. But, you know, can't hurt. Let's try. You know what? You can always just wipe it off and try again. That's the thing about giving yourself time. That's what you have to do. Don't try to do a whole look on your face right before you have to go somewhere. Give yourself like an hour or so before you have to do anything. See, that's kind of funky, kind of terrible. Not the worst, not the best. I don't hate it, I don't love it. I might leave it the way it is, honestly. I kind of like it, personally. I'm going to do the same on the other side in a little bit. But first, I'm going to make an attempt at a soul patch. Alright. So I'm doing a lip line. So from the edge of my lip to the other end. And then we're going to fill it in lightly. And this might not look totally real either, so again, you can always wipe away the mistakes. The mistakes you can't wipe away are the ones you wear out of the house. So, I try to get opinions of roommates before I leave. Doesn't always work because sometimes I leave before anyone's awake. That doesn't look terrible, but I don't think I'm going to leave the house with it. To fix the edges either way. But I don't hate it. Might shorten it, honestly, because it's a little thick. So you see, you can always just take a cotton swab. Don't want to brand anything. I already have. Just wet the end of it. I'm a heathen, so I put it in my mouth like an animal. And just basically erase what you don't like. You can also not be a disgusting beast and use makeup wipes, which I grabbed these from work last night because they happen to be on the shelf and not over $6. They're by Clean and Clear. They're makeup dissolving facial cleansing wipes. And I use that to take off my makeup at the end of the day. See, that's better now that it's a little bit smaller. And I think shorter might be better too. I'm kind of like hiding it under my lip. I like it. I kind of like it. Okay, I do this on the other side now. I don't even remember what I did. Hopefully I don't screw it up. That's about where I did it too, right? Oh, that is longer. Stopped here. Okay. So gotta... Don't worry, I got it. That should be good. Take this, fill it in. So after I fill this in, we'll pretty much be done. So yeah, the eyebrows are a little thick. So yeah, the sideburns are a little crazy looking. So yeah, the soul patch isn't totally believable. But guess what? It's drag, honey. It's drag, honey. It's not supposed to be 100% believable. It's okay. You know, all my coworkers are like, "What are you doing?" Oh fuck, I keep breaking it. I'm like, what does it look like I'm doing? I'm doing fucking drag. Like, I think I'm actually gonna wipe away these sideburns because I keep breaking my pencil and it's really hard to fill this in because it's really, really thick. So I think I'm gonna do a thinner one. I'm gonna do a thinner sideburn. Make it easier on myself. Might ease up on these eyebrows too a little. It's a little better. Whatever. And, you know, just because you're trying to look like a man doesn't mean you can't make your eyes look pretty. So, what I do, I still have gorgeous eyes. I'm not gonna lie. So, I do a little bit of liner on top of my lid to bring out my lashes. Because I have wonderful lashes. I don't know if you can tell the difference from this angle, but I can. What are you doing? Knock it off. Okay, so let me think. Let me fix these. So I'm just gonna take the brow liner. I'm just gonna extend my sideburns a little bit. Just by a little. Now I'm making them a little bit more masculine by making them a little bit longer. That's a lot better. See, just like I said, if you don't like what you've done, you can always wipe it away. If it's not perfectly even, wipe it away. If you don't get it right the first time, wipe it away. That's why you give yourself some time to work on it. Because it's not going to be perfect the first time. Or in fact, I didn't even post my first or second or third. Because they all looked freaking terrible. This is like the third or fourth look I've done. I made sure I had like a little bit of a handle on what I was doing before I posted anything. Because I don't know what I'm doing yet. So I don't want to be like a total novice and be giving people advice on stuff that I shouldn't be, you know? Not bad. Yeah. I'm gonna just do a little bit of shadow on top of the lip. Do a tiny bit of mustache, like nobody even has to know it's there. Like, you know it's there, that's all that matters. Alright. And if you want to do a little more effect, this is the one I have. It's a Maybelline Expert Wear. Maybelline New York Expert Wear. I don't even use the brush that it came with. I have a flat brush for it. Do a little bit of darkness here and there. And you're going to wipe away some of it too. Like I said, you gotta wipe away like half of what you do anyway. Like that was way too much. This was way too much. But it's where it's supposed to be. You know, like, in some ways now I kind of just look dirty, but in other ways, it looks correct, so I don't know. basically I'm just playing with makeup, seeing what works, and you know, and then showing you guys what I've done. I mean, by all means, look at what I've done and do your own version of it, or do exactly what I do if you like it. Either way, just heads up, if you're taking testosterone, you're gonna get greasy. I also bought oil blotters. So, okay, so this is pretty much the entire look. Just kind of dirty looking. It's not the best thing ever, but it's not the worst. It's slightly more masculine than femme, so like, that's the point. Now I look greasy though. Whatever. Not bad. I think I look like a man. I might just look like a man anyway though, so who knows. Alright, like and follow if you'd like.